when I spoke to you, when you and I was fussing and fighting and cussing each other out, one of the things I said to you, I said, "Oh, it matters coming from you," because when you speak on a rapper, it's different than anybody else speaking on a rapper. Because when Shaq or Charles Barkley is speaking about the game, the players, they know these guys, they respect the sport in a different way because they've played it, they've been in there. Whether not only when it was game time, but when it was dark and when it was lonely and it wasn't when it wasn't too fun. And I was saying, I said, I think I used the term one of the gatekeepers or something like that. And you were like, "Oh no, I'm not one of the gatekeepers." I don't know what our back and forth was. And I said, "Well, you don't see that." Well, that's the problem. A lot of times as Black people, we don't see our power until it's too late. We don't see our influence until it's too late. That's why I highlighted when you spoke on Queen Radio, and I highlighted when you spoke on the Grammys. For me personally, not because of those are things that are important to me, but because I wanted to show the world, hey, it's what he has to say is important. And the only way we tell the world that is by us saying it. Like, I can't say, "Oh, you know what, it's what he thinks is important." I have to show that I think it's important by reposting it and saying, "Hey, thank you, Joe, for saying this. Thank you for caring. Thank you for paying attention to this." Because when you said that about the Grammys, a lot of other people said, "Yo, he's right." You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I hold y'all to certain standards, higher standards. If you know that you have an influential voice, right? And by the way, I don't expect y'all to like everything I do. I'm perfectly fine if you say, "Yo, Nick, you could have came harder on that verse. You should have came harder on that verse." That's fine. And people be thinking you want.
Should that be a text or a tweet?
However you want to do it, because I think you would know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't expect anybody to only praise me and never say something that's constructive. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If it's something constructive, you already know how I take rap seriously. So if a person that I feel like is an ill lyricist tells me something like that, I'm gonna take it to heart. I'm gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to use it like, "Yo, you know what? I could have came harder on this or whatever." That's how I think about rap. But I'm just saying, when I had called you one of the gatekeepers at that time, you was like, "Oh, what? No, I'm not." And now I hope that you are more comfortable in that role, because maybe people wasn't saying it outwards. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people get attention for the wrong reasons. Maybe people was just cussing you out when you said something they didn't like. But maybe they weren't stopping to say, "Well, the reason why I care when you say something I don't like is because I think when you say something, there's a level of importance there." Mm-hmm. People don't really do that. So I wanted to start with myself saying it and showing it and doing it, because I've also not done it enough. Also not told people publicly, certain things about, positive about what they do and what they mean to our community. So I said, "You know what? I'm going to start with my motherfucking self. And I'm going to make sure that when certain people say things and do things, I'm still going to highlight it." Even with Wendy Williams' situation, and she said something to me one time, and my fans was like, "Oh, she's been so horrible and mean to you," and da-da-da. I said, "It's okay. If I'm putting weight on the negative things she says about me, that means I care about the positive things as well that she said, right? So I'm going to highlight the positive thing, just like how I cussed your ass out about the negative thing. You feel me? So we all have to make sure we commend other people in our culture, so that we all start showing other cultures that we are important to each other. You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I hate to be cliche and say it, but motherhood is beaming off of you.
Thank you.
All of this good parent mother shit that comes after a kid.
It's true.
You talking that shit?
So. I think it had my son. Yeah, my son has grounded me and changed me.
You sound like you're just in such a good space mentally and spiritually. I'm not just saying that because you're sitting here, but like last time I saw you, the energy was a little on edge. was a little defensive.
But that was still iconic. We still was
No,
iconic.
we smoked that shit. That was it. That was a legendary meeting for all that fucking took place, right? But when I left, just artist to artist, when I put my emotions to the side, I'm like, that nigga's going through a lot. Like, we had Apple, it's a husband there, it's this, that, it's label shit, it's music. Like, it's juggling a lot. Like, I used to have those moments in my career where I was just a little more on edge than I typically am.
Right.
And there'd be shit going on. So you want to try to be, at least today, I want to try to be more empathetic to what artists have going on. Right. So that's important.